is a former governor of Ekiti State, former Governor Fayose. He joins us live from Ikeja, GRA Ikeja area of Lagos. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for joining us tonight. Let's begin the conversation by, first and foremost, thank you, it's good to see you. Let me get your view. I know you are a supporter of Nyesom Wike, the governor of Rivers State. You are on the camp. If that is the right word to describe where you belong in the divide in the PDP, and you saw what he said. A lot of people who have been following might be able to read in between the lines as to what Governor Nyesom Wike said. What exactly is going on in your party? I know that you say it the way it is, and the Nigerians will be expecting you to do that the same, except if the Fayose that I know has changed in the last few years. What exactly is going on?
Well, Shehu, let me thank you because of your several invites, which I said to you, I don't want to talk now on the happenings in Nigeria and our party. But today I'm here and I want to thank Nigerians and all our well-wishers for their support. Well, your question is very straightforward. You said you were trying to find out whether I am a supporter of Governor Nyesom Wike. That is public knowledge, and it comes without apologies. It is public knowledge, and by the grace of God, I don't betray trust. I remain with people indefinitely, forever, and I stand with Nyesom Wike. Yes, no man is perfect. Like me, like others, we have our flaws, and we learn from them. Notwithstanding, I've always said that Wike is a man with a good heart. I've always said in my conversation with people that Wike is a very straightforward man. Whatever we go through in politics today is a product of the people around us. What they do to us, especially when you give your best in circumstances, and at the end of the day, they stab you at the back. It's like a dog that comes when you are back home and start running around you, jumping around you. And someday that dog starts barking and trying to attack you. Something must have gone amiss. Something must have gone wrong. So for me, without apologies, I am Wike's friend, and I'm one of the people that can talk to Governor Wike. And even when people might have come and gone, he will invite me over, bear his mind, share times, and I will express myself. During my last visit to Port Harcourt, I was able to talk in a manner as to make sure that this party comes together, despite my own personal pains against the party. And I pleaded with the people around the candidates and around Governor Wike, particularly around the candidates, because Governor Wike is not contesting to be president. To remember so many people in the corridors of power that destroyed the throne. Let me say to you, I maintain that position till tomorrow. A lot of people knows when Wike comes around. When this matter is resolved, they will be displaced. You recall that most of the people with the candidates today, there are people who at different times have either done something wrong to Governor Wike or has done things that they cannot return there. And for that gap, they don't want it to close. Let me start by telling you, one of the greatest joy to my heart will be the PDP coming together. I am, by the grace of God, a 62-year-old man. I'm not looking for, come and give me this, come and give me appointment. I can't go and stand before any president again and be doing presentation in the council. No, that time is gone. I've had fair opportunity to serve
So,
Nigeria.
Governor Fayose, let me apologies to jump in. So let's get it clear tonight, because it's an evening to hit the nail on the head. Are you supporting Atiku Abubakar for president? Because you're a member of the PDP, or have you left?
Take it again. Atiku Abubakar is the candidate of the PDP. And he remains the candidate of the PDP. And beyond that, let me say this to you. My son, my biological son, is contesting under the PDP. But that will not stop me from saying the truth where necessary. When I left office in 2018, some said Fayose will be in jail forever because Buhari will put him there. Today, Buhari is on his way out. I'm still here. I was one of the lonely voice, one of the voices that you can talk about in Nigeria there and there. I didn't shy away at talking to power, looking up and telling them this is not right. If there's somebody that has spoken to power in Buhari's administration, I should be I should be the person particularly. So let me say to you, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, the former vice president, remains the candidate of the party. And I've not heard Governor Wike or any of the 5 governors around him saying he's not the candidate of the party. I am a PDP man. But that does not say, sir, that I will not bear my mind where necessary. True. May I say to you, I supported Wike because he's a southerner. Because I want power to shift from the north to the south. Because, and more to the fact, Buhari has served Nigeria 8 years using the northern what do I call it now? Slot, in my view, as a leader in this country. There is a rotational presidency in our country. And let me say this to you. Part of the demands of Governor Wike and co. And even before I go there, this you might not want to, this might not be in public domain, but let me bring it to public domain. And anybody who says I'm telling lies can come here and deny it. Now, let me say to you, sir, the 16 delegates in Ekiti, I told them vote for Wike because if it's only one vote that they give to me because of my name, and Wike loses by 1 vote, I will have betrayed trust. I didn't hide it at all. But let me quickly go to what I said now. When I went to Wike and some of the governors that were supporting Governor Wike, part of their demand is this, that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is 76. So that the South will not feel somehow that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar should do only 1 tenure. Then it will be 80 years. Then it will be able to tell our people to say that, okay, only one tenure. We can still tolerate it. So that it will not be 8 years of the North and 8 years of another of North again, making 16 years. May I say to you, with all humility, politics, party politics does not say you should not be able to say what is right and what is wrong. I am not against anybody, but I'm speaking for posterity. All I said about Buhari came to pass. You cannot deny that. You can't take that away from me.
Dr. Fayose, let's take a break. We are due for a break. You will work, you will campaign, you will root, and you will vote for Atiku Abubakar as the candidate of your party.
Shehu, that is given. That has been said.
All right.
You see,
that's clear. I think we should move on from that.
Let me call it, bring your attention to this. And Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, if he's watching this program, will remember that when I was invited to see him in Lagos, I told him I'm going to tell Governor Wike. And I told Governor Wike, and I told Governor Wike, and Governor Wike said I should go there. And for Governor Wike's words were that everything we need to do to make sure this thing works, we should do it. This is about 4 weeks ago. I was there with Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. I don't want to make our private meeting public. Most of the things I'm saying on the television now were the things I said to him. Wike is your brother. Some people will say if you go to Rivers, don't go to Rivers, don't go to Rivers. Those people don't want you to be the leader of this country. They don't want you to win election. You've been to Rivers in and out. Majority of the people around our candidates have issues with Governor Wike That is why you see this crisis lingering, discouraging the candidate. And I want to say, that was why I told you, I don't hate the national chairman. But I want to say, you can't wish away all these governors, all these leaders in a party. In 2015, 5 governors left this party. I recall very well that His Excellency Atiku Abubakar left, Bukola Saraki left, Tambuwa left, and a number of them left. It didn't end well for the party. We must not allow history to repeat itself. Wike is not contesting election. Don't continue to adjudge Wike and Atiku as if one is in APC, one is in PDP. We need Wike to be on board with us. Wike's demands are not personal. Wike is not saying bring a national chairman from South-South. Wike is not saying I want to pick the national chairman. Some people went to the street and said, well, if we concede to Wike, it will be an insult to the North. Some people will say if we concede to Wike, he will say he want to ask for another thing. I don't agree with them. Wike will be in the eye of a storm if he changes gear after asking for that. Politics is about give and take. Politics is about give and take. Let me remind you of a story of a man. He said, I grabbed 10 things and I was running. People were running after me. I threw 2 of them down. They were scrambling for that. I kept running. They kept running after me. I threw down another one. I got home with 6 or 7. You are using 6 to rule 4. Atiku Abubakar, you have more than 6 in your hands. These demands are nothing other than what a statesman will say. The national chairman will not stay in the gap for all those who are not happy today. And as a statesman, the national chairman should know the importance of saying, even if there is no crisis, I can give up my position for peace. That is not a sacrifice too much. What can Atiku do? Atiku can't force you. Atiku can't say you must do this. And let me say to you, Atiku Abubakar himself told me that I wish I have power to take these actions. I don't have. But if Atiku Abubakar doesn't have, the national chairman has helped you to win this election, you should equally allow him to become the president of Nigeria.
All right. Governor Fayose, let me quickly get you to some other matters. You tweeted recently to say that you see more serious turbulence more than ever before, and you have given your own advice tonight on how the crisis in your party can be resolved. But let me paint something, because you're a very experienced politician, and you've been on the ballot for election in Nigeria, either for Senate, twice for governorship, and so you understand the dynamics of politics in Nigeria. And the dynamics this time around is different from the 2019 election. There wasn't as strong a third leg as we saw, as we're seeing now, with the force that Peter Obi is bringing in the race, and also seeing what Rabi Musa Kongwanso is also doing. That means the race is no longer be a 2-horse race like we've always seen in 2015, in 2019, and in some other election cycle. If anything, the governor of Anambra State said, Professor Charles Soludo, he said that if I were Asiwaju Tinubu, I would even give Peter Obi money as someone heading one of the departments of his campaign, because Obi is making Tinubu's pathway to victory much easier by indirectly pulling down PDP. Now, do you fear that the pathway for your party is going to be slightly more difficult than 2019? And the fact that for those who are postulating to say Tinubu might be ahead of your candidate in the PDP, Atiku Abubakar, what are your permutations?
You see, let me say to you again, I am a PDP member. I'm a leader in this party. But I've always said to you, you can't survive a storm when you hide the truth. Obi is a danger to watch out for. I don't believe Obi will make 25% in two-thirds of a federation, in 24 states. I don't believe Obi will make 25%. I am not against Obi. I love him, and he's a very vibrant leader. I don't believe because of my own permutation as Fayose. But with God, nothing shall be impossible. But let me now say, Obi is more of a chronic cancer to PDP. That's no denying. Let me give you my analysis. In the Southwest here, people might not like to hear that. They might say Fayose is this. I don't see how PDP wants to win in the Southwest. Anybody deceiving us can continue to deceive us. I don't see how PDP will win in the Southeast. The South-South will be a combination of all interests. Let me now come back to the key states of the North. Without deceiving ourselves, there's so much work to be done in North Central. Both PDP and APC has picked no candidate either as president or vice president in Northwest, which is Kaduna and so on and so forth. Leaving the Northeast. The Northeast is where you have the candidate of the APC and Yobe and what's it called now? Yobe and
State
Borno,
and Adamawa State for
and so on. Then we give Adamawa State to our party. But don't forget, I say another Kwankwanso who is a semi-cancer.
All right.
That can equally on stage figures in the North. Even if they want to support us in the North, it's not that they will be PDP will be running with the votes there.
All right, Governor Fayose, yeah.
Reconciling or negotiating with Obi will be a good thing. Finding a way to make peace with these wicked people too would be a good thing.
Governor Fayose, we're totally out of time now. Yeah. But I must sincerely thank you. I was going to ask you what your next political plan is, but I guess that will be for the next conversation next time. But I must sincerely thank you.
When you ask me of my next week, have I finished the one that I'm doing? I'm still in the business.
It's good to see
my
you.
own is not to be struggling for power and all that anymore.
Thank you so much.
Sure that the country